Is it working? Okay. Hey guys, thank you for joining me. I'm Katie from the Rustic Boxwood. And today we are going to learn about making 5 different garlands, and they're all under $5 each. So, and some of them actually cost me just pennies. They didn't cost very much at all. And my goal today is to share all of this with you in 20 minutes. So we're going to fly through this, but I have a blog post that Hometalk is going to post as I do this video, so you can click on the link and find out more about it. So thanks for tuning in today. If you'll tell me where you're from as I get started. And the first one we're going to do, we're going to use some wrapping paper. This cost me $3, and actually it's going to, I spent a little over $5 for this, but you all have wrapping paper around your home, and you just have a couple of little pieces that you don't know what to do with. This is perfect for making a beautiful garland for your home. So I have some balsa wood. I got this at Hobby Lobby, but you can get this at any craft store. And this also says $5.49, but use your 40% off coupon and you can get it for about $3. And I love this balsa wood. This is a new material to me. I had never heard of it. I was just wandering Hobby Lobby trying to come up with some fun ideas and found this wood. They've got different shapes and sizes, but it's really thin and really easy to cut. So we're going to get started. I've already pre-measured a couple of triangles. And I'm going to use, Deco Art has this fabulous Mod Podge. They have all different sealers, but this one is the matte. And I'm going to take my handy dandy scissors. These are some good sturdy scissors. If you have been wanting to get some gold ones, you need to get some. They're at Target, and I love these. But yeah, you're just going to cut.
And we've got folks from all over, Arizona, New York,
welcome.
Florida.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Aunt Donna from
Hey,
Dublin,
Aunt Donna.
Georgia is
Love you.
watching.
Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so I'm going to cut this, and you have to cut it carefully, but it, and I just broke it, but that's okay. You know what? I broke another piece earlier, and the great thing is about this wrapping paper is it's going to glue, and you won't even notice that it broke. So, all right, I'm going to cut another strip.
Let's meet a few more folks from Texas and Ohio.
Hey guys, thank you.
Philippines.
Wow.
All over.
So y'all tell me, how's the weather where you live?
A lot of people are posting that it's very nice weather, time to get outside.
Yes, it's time for spring, right? It's actually been really pretty here. Yesterday we had some rain and it got pretty chilly, but it's been really warm. I think it's supposed to be 78 on Monday. So, okay.
Oh, even somebody from Morocco.
Wow. What's the weather like there? Okay, so what you're going to do is, you don't even have to pour this. I'm just going to take my sponge. You do need one of these. And you can get these at any craft store for, I think like 20 cents each. But you're going to brush it on. And y'all let me know if you have any questions as I go through this. I really want to get through this tutorial quickly so that, because I know everybody's got busy and got to get back to work, but you don't want to miss these ideas because they're really fun. So you're going to press it on just like that. Whoop. And we're going to hold it down with, can you see that?
Just the glue side down.
Yep, just the glue side. There we go. We'll just hold it down like that. And we're going to we'll do one more.
Looks like it's real sunny pretty much everywhere. 65, 70 degrees.
Beautiful. And guys, y'all stay tuned. We're gonna do a giveaway towards the end. And as you watch, I want you to be thinking of just different garlands that you love that you've made before for spring.
Uh-oh, somebody just said lots of snow.
Whoa.
And snow in Nova Scotia and 32 in Wisconsin, so.
Oh, wow. Wow. So
that's why we love the South.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to push that on and just keep pressing. I'm going to put something heavy so it'll stay put and keep drying while we go to the next thing, because we're going to come back to this and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Okay, so there we go. Just something heavy to weigh it down a little bit. Okay, my next one is my fabric garland, and I love this because it's very lightweight fabric, and I chose different this is some gingham. Here's a solid color, and here's a floral. And I got these all at yard sales for next to nothing. But you can get them at craft stores, and you don't need a whole lot of this either. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. This is my fabric garland, and somebody taught me this trick a long time ago. I thought you had to cut strips, but this is, and probably a lot of y'all already know this, but I'm a DIYer in training. I'm still learning all this fun stuff. So you're just going to, as I did, I cut strips, and this is thin fabric. You're just going to pull it to make your strips, and they don't have to be exact. Just want to make them about 1 inch wide, and I don't even measure them out. I just cut maybe about 2 feet. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? And if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to answer them the best I can.
Somebody just asked where we were from. We are just east of Atlanta.
Yep. And this is my wonderful honey, my husband, who's filming for me. He's been putting up with me today while I stress and try to get this video together. But once the camera starts rolling, I'm excited to be on here. And anyway, say hey. All right. See how easy this tears apart?
Somebody's asking what kind of fabric or clothing is it?
I want to say maybe it's a muslin. I'm not a professional with this, but I'd say it's kind of a muslin type fabric. But it's just really thin.
Just
you
a
could
thin,
probably see through it. But it doesn't have to be
thinner than a tablecloth.
Yeah. So let me show you here. I'm going to do one more of the blue. So you can pretty much do this with any fabric. See?
Oh, we've got somebody from Lawrenceville, which is just 20 minutes away from us.
Yeah, not too far at all. Okay, so I've got my strips, and I'm going to use some of this. It's kind of like a twine. It's just white string, whatever you've got on hand.
Do you want to show the...
Yeah, it's just a roll.
Just comes on a roll.
I might have even gotten that at a yard sale too, but you can get it at craft stores for about $1. So now this is where you're going to want to pay attention to how I make this. And what I did was I kept the same pattern. I tried to...
And do you want to somebody just started tuning in?
Yes.
You want to just go through what we're making again?
Yes, so we're doing 5 garlands, $5 and under, each one is. So, and I'm trying to do this video in 20 minutes or less, so we're going to be quick, but if y'all have any questions, please just feel free to ask. And so this is 3 different types of fabric. This is my fabric garland, and I'm going to show you how to do it real quick.
And it is a cotton, yes, cotton fabric.
I'd say it's a cotton, or you can use a linen. I used a linen on a fabric garland before.
And then do you want to do the giveaway question for Hometalk?
Yes. So the question is, what is your favorite spring garland that you can think of? I would love to hear your ideas. And y'all just keep them coming while I show you how to do this. Okay, so we folded 1 strip in half. We put the string on top. And then what you're going to do is take the ends and loop it through the hole. And then pull tight.
So we've got a lot of people that have been answering the question they posted. What you're most excited about for spring?
Yes.
And barbecues, flowers, planning with grandkids.
Oh yes, spring is my favorite season.
So,
Sun, it's just
and somebody just mentioned that old bed sheets can be used for this.
Yes, I love using old bed sheets for maybe shabby chic bed sheets. I love to find them at thrift stores and use them as tablecloths or make them into pillows or napkins. That's a great idea. Okay, so as y'all can see here, I'm just tying them in knots, but I like to push them close together so that they look full. And we're going to keep going with this. Do y'all get the idea here? You fold it in half, put it under the string, pull the ends through this hole, and then pull tight. And my sweet daughter helped me with some of these garlands last night. She loves to craft just as much as I do. So anyway, I'm going to show you how this looks now that I've shown you a couple of pieces. But after you've done a lot, this is how it looks, and you can use these outside, and they're reversible. You can use them on both sides and it's not the same length. I just love it that it's very natural and casual. So
Somebody just mentioned that they've done this before and added wood letters or
yeah,
any
that's
type of
cute.
letters.
Yeah, fun.
So, and
Very fun.
how long is the string?
The string, it just depends on however long you want it. I would not cut it until you're done making it the length that you want it. Maybe 6 feet or so. It just depends on where you want to hang it, the mantle, at the door. Yeah, so keep asking any questions you got. I'm happy to answer. Okay, this is my third
Oh,
garland.
one more question just came in.
Sure.
What's the size of those strips?
The strips, I made them about 1 inch wide, but I didn't make them exact, and they're maybe 2 feet long.
Yeah, so that's about 2
Yeah,
feet.
you're my mathematician, so.
Yeah, maybe 20 inches.
So, all right, but all of this is going to be on my blog as well. So if you wanted to check it out and read more about it, go to my blog. Okay, so this is my third garland. This set of tissue paper came from the Dollar Tree. This was $1. And we're just going to open it up. And if you don't like to iron like me, you get creative, because I didn't want to iron the creases out of this tissue paper. So I used these folded edges to my advantage. So what you do, is open it all up. It's got some pretty striped pattern. We've got an E-cap pattern here. And we've got some solid colors. So purple, blue. So I'm going to move this out of the way just to kind of give you an idea of what I did here. So with this, since I didn't want to iron, although you can iron it, maybe if you put a dishcloth in between the iron and the tissue paper just to fold the edges. But I just folded them with the folded edges, folded in half. And then took my scissors and made a scalloped edge. And again, I just kind of eyeballed it. I didn't really measure it out. That's what I love about DIY. If you make a mistake, you can fix it by just cutting it a little bit shorter. Okay, there's my scalloped edge. And then I took, if you have some white yarn, this is really cheap. You can get it at the craft store, Walmart, anywhere. Just start unrolling it. And again, don't cut it before you're finished with your garland. I've learned the hard way. It's a mistake. You don't want to do that.
And where did you get this again? Somebody was just asking.
I got this set of tissue paper. It looks like this at the Dollar Tree. I thought it was really cute. And it cost me $1. And this yarn, I'd say, was about $2 or $3. I might have gotten it at a yard sale as well. So you just take your yarn. Let me get my hot glue gun.
And yes, we yard sale for a lot of things, don't we?
Yes, I love to yard sale. And just do a light hot glue strip. And it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. Just push it tight. There we go. And then take your, it's good to have a plastic fork with a hot glue gun, always, because I always burn my fingers if I don't have something to push down with. So there we go. And then I like to add some variety, so I added this color next. And folded it in half. Okay, we're going to do that scalloped edge again. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. And of course, if you have, shop your house. If you have some fun embellishments or accessories to add on the outside, I'm going to show you what I did with ours. I love a spool of yarn. You can do so much with it. So again, you're going to do a thin strip. And you want to leave maybe about an inch or two. Just eyeball it in between each tissue paper pennant. My plastic fork to push down. There we go.
No
Okay.
burned fingers.
No burned fingers, thank goodness, because y'all would hear me screaming. Okay, and then what I did for these, I think I did it with these solid colors. I had an extra sheet of some of this. I'm going to show y'all the end result in just a minute. But what I did was I folded it in half, and I ended up needing 4 cut pieces of this striped sheet. So I fold it in half, and I wanted to make sure I had enough to go on each one. I just wanted to add a little something because I felt like the solid color was a little too plain. Can you see that there?
You're good.
So what are some other ideas that y'all have for spring? What are you excited about for spring?
Somebody mentioned the mud.
The mud. Oh, y'all like to go mudding? I like to go mudding. Everybody from the South has to go mudding at least once in their life. It's so much fun. Okay, so what I did here was just added it to the top.
Flip-flops, the bunnies,
Oh,
Easter, birthdays,
yes.
lots of
Spring
great
break.
things about spring.
Okay, and since it still flaps up like that, all you got to do is put a little dot of glue, just a tiny bit, because you don't want it to show through. But look at that, it doesn't even hardly show. Okay. And then what I did in between each one is I took my yarn, and since I'm just showing y'all, I'm just going to cut this off, but I took my yarn and I made a tassel. Who here has ever made tassels with yarn? They used to be hard, I thought, but I got it figured out. So, if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask.
Somebody just mentioned Southern California has no mud, but they do now. We've
Look,
got,
my husband's from Southern California. I brought him to the South.
all I hear is it's been raining in California, so.
Okay, so what I'm doing is wrapping the yarn around 4 fingers and trying to keep them spread out. This is to make my tassel to go in between each tissue paper pennant. I'll just do it real quick. Okay. I forget to do this before I start every time, but we'll get it. There we go. Okay. So we've got this tight. We're going to cut a little string, and this is going to help to hold it together. Just keep your fingers spread. Push it
So
through.
it's about what, a 4 or 5 inch
Yeah.
piece that
What
you
would you say?
push through?
4 or 5 inch piece?
Yeah.
How are we doing on time? We're doing good. Okay. All right, so you pull it tight, and you can pull your fingers on out now. I'm going to tie it in a knot. It would be a lot cuter if I wasn't live on video. I promise. So we'll show you how they turned out when I get done with this one. Okay, so I pulled it tight. It looks like a little ghost with the head. And so you're going to take your scissors and just cut all of these loops at the bottom.
Somebody said angel. It looks like an angel.
Oh, I like that much better. Yes.
An angel sounds a lot better than a ghost, right?
Sure does. You're right. Okay, so that's how it looks, and then I forgot to string some string through this hole at the top, but we'll see if it works. And that's for hanging purposes, so.
So a little bit longer, closer to maybe 8 to 10 inches.
Okay. Look, so since we're in a hurry, normally you would just want it to go through that whole top portion, but nobody will notice. See?
Somebody commented on your gold scissors.
I love my gold scissors. They're awesome. Okay, so I just tied it in a knot to the top in between each one. Do you want to go show them how it looks?
Sure, we'll take a little journey.
Yeah, just don't look at anything else in my house, but this is how it ended up looking. Y'all tell me if you can see it. Is it too dark?
I think we're good.
You good?
So I'll just zoom in on it a little bit.
But I love it that it only costs about $2 or $3 to make. It's great for a birthday party or your daughter's room. Okay, you ready for the next?
There we go.
Garland? Okay, so we've done the tissue paper garland, the fabric garland, and the paper garland. We're not done with that yet. I'm just going to show you. I'll move this out of the way. This is my favorite. My two of my favorite creations. So I got at the dollar store a couple of stem flowers and fake peonies and those So you
Let's
can
see.
use 2 stems.
They smell good.
And then what you're going to do is take some floral wire, and here it is, just like this. Probably some of y'all already have this sitting around at your house, but just unwind it. See, I've already unwound a little bit. It's really easy to cut with scissors. Some wire is hard to cut, but floral wire is real easy to cut. And take your twine. Let me show you how the twine looks. You just get a roll of twine for $1 anywhere. Okay, so take your wire and then an end of your rope. And let's see if we can do this without burning my fingers. I'm just going to do a skinny line of hot glue. Okay, so I'm going to let it sit there for just a second, just to kind of get it to stick.
Blow on it, right?
All right. I meant to do this for y'all before so that you wouldn't have to wait and watch it dry. But
And what kind of wire do you want to show that wire again?
yeah, sure. It's some floral wire. Woo, that was close. Okay, it's starting to stick. It's the floral wire. It's green. The reason I chose this was we're going to make take these fake flowers and make a flower garland out of it. So what we're going to do, let's see if this is hot. There we go. What you're going to do, after it's glued to the top, you're going to just twist. And you're just going to keep twisting to cover up that green. I guess it's not bad to have the green showing, but I needed something for the flowers to stick. So
Somebody just made a comment that said, if you ever need to sharpen your scissors, you can just cut some sandpaper.
Oh, really?
And it's supposed to sharpen them.
Great tip. Great tip. Okay, so every once in a while you want to do a dot of hot glue. See how it's looking so far? And just keep it close together. Okay, we'll do another dot of hot glue. And if it starts to drip, it's okay. Just kind of swing your rope around to pick up that glue. All right, now, and you can make these, I just made this really short just to kind of show you real quick how to do it, but you can make several strands and just keep connecting them and glue a flower over the connected part. That's what I did, and I'll show you what I did here. But,
And somebody actually mentioned you can buy different colored floral wire.
well, there you go. That's, yeah.
So,
But this jute is to add a little dimension so the flowers will stick. But thank you for that tip. Okay, so I'm going to hold it there for a second and let it dry, and then we'll cut this part off. Okay? So what you're going to do with these flowers, they're so easy to pop off. Just pop this. And they're different sizes, so I tried to keep the variety, keep it a variety on the garland. So what you're going to do is, twist a loop, have your flower upside down, and then do a glue all around that flower stem. And take your loop of jute and push it on. Take your fork, plastic fork, because you need that plastic fork so you don't burn yourself. There we go. There's part of it. And I'll take another flower. And I pulled some of the leaves off too, because you can glue these on underneath if you want to add a little bit of prettiness. And sometimes the flowers are, see how this one's pushed up? I ended up just hot gluing the petals together. Okay, I'm going to show you this part, and then I'll show you the final result. And then we'll look at the last garland. Go. Can y'all see that? See? And the great thing is you can twist it, you can drape it over some frames. And I didn't make this one too long, but because I wanted to drape it over a certain frame. But can you see that okay? How does that look?
Looks
And
great.
You can also put it in a centerpiece on the table. And I added a little branch, and just to make it look more real. There you go. There's that. And you know what? It would be really cute on this wood too if you made a sign. But okay. Last. Oh no, we've got to finish this one too. Okay, so if y'all are just tuning in, this is wrapping paper, and I cut strips of this balsa wood, cut triangles, and then used my Deco Art Mod Podge in the matte finish and put it on the bottom. And now what we're going to do, now that it's dried a little bit, we're going to cut the paper.
A lot of people are commenting about the flower garland for their daughter or their granddaughter's room,
Yes.
hanging from the ceiling, or a
Oh,
fan.
that would be so cute. So cute. Okay, so this is how it looks all cut. We're going to take our Mod Podge to seal it on the outside. I love Mod Podge. Anybody else like Mod Podge as much as I do? I use it with so much.
Tamika Hearts Mod Podge.
Do what?
Tamika Hearts Mod Podge.
Oh,
So
see?
we heart Mod Podge too.
Yes, that's right. And so, okay, so now that you've gotten Mod Podge on, here's how it looks. And I had some really cute pom-pom trim that I picked up. Where? You guessed it.
Yard sale.
For like $1. Huge freezer bag full. And the great thing about it is that this trim hot glues really easily. So you're going to take your triangle, do a skinny strip of hot glue. You know what? Another favorite glue of mine is hot glue. Even for pillows, it's my cheat sheet. There we go. See, how easy was that? So I'm sure y'all have wrapping paper sitting around that you don't you know what? I didn't measure out. Make sure you measure out maybe an inch. See, if you make a mistake, you just pull it right off and you start over. But for time's sake, I'm not going to start over, but just so you have an idea. All right. And last but not least is my my wood arrow garland. This is my favorite. I love it. So take this balsa wood again. And for those of y'all that tuned in a little bit later, I got it at Hobby Lobby. It says $5.49. There are different sizes, and just use your 40% off coupon to get it for $3 and less. I think this was the largest piece that I got that I could cut with scissors. So what we're going to do is I have this handy dandy self-healing cutting mat. And I used to think that I didn't need one of these, but I love it. Love it, love it. But you can eyeball it. If you don't have a cutting mat, you can just eyeball it. It's not a problem. Don't laugh, guys, but I used my son's PS4 game to measure out this wood. And what I did was I made two different sizes of arrows. I made some 2 inches wide and some 4 inches wide. Okay, so what I did was measured out the middle. Here's the middle. So we're going to do 2 inches, and I made it to 2 inches here.
And where did you get that cutting mat?
I got this at Hay Needle. Have y'all ever heard of hayneedle.com? They have everything and anything under the sun. I'm telling you. I love that store.
And somebody was asking what the Mod Podge is for. It's more for a glue and for sealing.
Yes, it is. And actually with this one, with this garland that I'm going to show y'all how I made, what I made is I used some outdoor Mod Podge because I want to hang this up outside, and it's supposed to last outside. At least I hope.
And about how much was the cutting mat? Do you remember?
The cutting mat, I think, was about $30, but they have different sizes. You can get one for $16. Okay. So I hope this is. If y'all don't have a cutting mat, you can always just eyeball it. Okay, so something like that. Okay, so since we're running short on time, I wanted to show you this. This was the finished result. Here's the 4-inch wide arrow, and here's the 2-inch wide. And again, this wood is so easy to cut. And I took some Deco Art Americana chalky finish in black for the smaller arrows. And then I took, and you can get this at craft stores for like 50 cents. Sometimes they have them on sale, maybe 3 for $1. And then I got this scrapbook paper for half off at Hobby Lobby. And it was 30 cents each, but I only needed one, so I'm telling you, this is my favorite project. It was so cheap. So I painted these black and put some outdoor Mod Podge. This is what it looks like. Outdoor Mod Podge on a thin layer on the inside of the arrow, and then immediately put it onto the paper. And I had enough I could fit 4 on here, but just make sure you line it up correctly. And then
For the pattern.
For the pattern, yes. And it wanted to curl ever so slightly, so I let it set overnight. I let it dry and then set under something heavy just to flatten it out. And then once it was completely dry, I cut these arrows and then used a hole punch, and I'll show you how it turned out. And if y'all have any questions, because this is the last garland, this is how it turned out. And this was some jute and the black paint and then the scrapbook paper.
So a lot of people are asking about doing stuff with burlap.
Yes, you can make, I wanted to do a burlap garland for y'all today, but I ran out of time. But I will get to that. Try to do a blog post on that soon.
Really, you can do anything you want, really?
Yeah, exactly. And just shop your house. If you have napkins, you can do a garland like that. I've done a napkin garland before and written about it, so you can find that on my blog. Or tissue paper again, or even just pretty trim and just do different layers of it. But thank you so much, guys. And I'm going to give a shout out to the person who mentioned the old bed sheets as their favorite spring decor item. So if y'all have any questions, don't forget to subscribe to Hometalk. And don't forget to subscribe to my blog. I'd love for y'all to stop by and say hey. Also, and lastly, I'm doing a giveaway because the blog was mentioned, was put on the front cover of American Farmhouse Style magazine in the current issue. So I'm going to do a giveaway right now to celebrate. So y'all stop over at Facebook and
The Rustic Boxwood Facebook page.
Yes, I'm sorry. The Rustic Boxwood Facebook page. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Y'all have a great day, and thank you for watching.